Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a great week. Thanks so much for joining me as we do our usual Tuesday at 10 video blog. Today's topic is politics, which is always a dangerous subject to talk about. Over the holiday break, I read a great opinion piece in the Boston Globe by a woman who was talking about the fact that she really wished her stepfather was still alive. She enjoyed their political discussions even though they were on opposite sides of the fence. In 2016, she had tried to convince herself, and had successfully done so, that her stepfather, who is deceased, would not have voted for Donald Trump. After all, how could he vote for an individual that she was so diametrically opposed to? But by 2024, she had realized that her stepfather, who was a staunch libertarian, probably would have voted for Donald Trump over, quote unquote, a bleeding heart liberal. It was interesting to read her piece, and it brought me back to my own childhood and my own family. Politics was something we discussed very regularly. My mother was very involved in politics. I have very fond memories of going home, and on the kitchen table would be piled envelopes just waiting to be stuffed to send out to people asking for their financial support for one candidate or another. My mother was staunchly Democratic. That never changed until her very dying day. I'm convinced that if she were alive in 2024, she absolutely would have voted for Kamala Harris, and if Joe Biden had stayed in the race, she would have voted for him too. It's interesting that in today's world, we struggle to have conversations about politics. We struggle because people who are on opposite sides of the fence don't seem to be able to talk about it anymore, and don't seem to be able to come to any kind of reasonable agreement, even if it's agree to disagree. Many of my friends have voted for Kamala Harris, and also I know a number of people that pulled the lever, or filled in the box for Donald Trump. I've never unfriended any of these people, regardless of my own personal political views. Yes, I have gotten into heated political discussions with some of them, and sometimes we're able to convince one another that, we have a valid point. But other times we just simply agree to disagree. And again, as I've said many times in this blog, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with us not being able to reach consensus. I'm okay with us not being able to be on the same side of an issue or a politician. It saddens me, though, that in the last several months, I have seen a number of people that have posted on social media, hey, if you're voting for X, you may as well unfriend me because we can't be friends because we don't agree on which politician has the best chance to lead us into the future. It's very sad. It's disheartening. On January 20th, we'll go through this again. For some people, that will be the day that the person inaugurated is going to be the person that saves America. To others, that person being inaugurated is the devil incarnate. Regardless of which side you're on, please have some tolerance. Please have some understanding. Please acknowledge the fact that somebody doesn't always agree with you, and that's okay. We can still be friends. We can still be family members. And the article that I read, she talked about really wanting to be able to break bread with her stepfather, who again had passed away many years ago. She was still looking forward to breaking bread with family members, even if they were on different side of the political fence than she was. Hope you all have a great week. This is Ken Abrams from Fun Enterprises.